We are Paul Leonard
and Bryce Graskowski,
and this is 20 Minutes of Fitness.
Hey, Bryce.
How you doing, Paul?
Welcome back. This time it's your fault that we didn't work out or do our thing.
It is my fault. I had to work.
Although it was kind of my fault
I had to sleep.
I had you do the work, but
yeah,
still good. Still good.
Yeah.
Now today we are going to talk about what's been going on in the world of CrossFit.
Oh yeah, they got some sort of competitions going on right now.
Some sort of fitness things been going on recently.
What are we? Week 3 of semifinals coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
So this week we have what coming up?
So
which one?
This week we have 2. We have the Far East Throwdown and we have the Granite Games.
Far East and Granite Games. Where is the Far East? That's in South Korea.
South Korea.
So that is the continent of Asia's.
I bet that's an easy one to get a spot for the CrossFit Games in.
I would think so. You want? Yeah,
I think I'm going to go to South Korea to get in.
Let's knock the Far East one right out the park. I don't recognize any names. There you go. How's that?
Okay.
Soo-Jong Kim. That's the female that will make it.
Okay.
Nope, that's a dude.
Oh, that's a dude.
I was just throwing him
but
out
if
there.
he was a chick, he would have won.
So this is the one that Roman Krennikov got placed at, but he's not leaving. He's not going there because he's like, fuck that. If I leave this country, I can't come back. So
Which you'd think maybe he'd just go for that.
You'd think maybe they'd I don't know, do something different with that, but whatever.
Yep.
He'll be in the last chance qualifier, which means there's only one space left for the last chance qualifier because there's 0 chance anybody that can't win one of these other events can possibly beat Roman Krennikov.
That's very fair, assuming he actually gets to go.
No, it's online.
Oh, it's an online last chance
they have
qualifier?
no chance.
Huh.
0 chance.
Goes to show I know what's going on.
So yeah, I would say we don't know a damn thing about that one. Oh, that's
Okay.
her name. I believe her name is Sung-Yeon Choi.
Okay.
And I believe she is the one that made she is the one that made the games last year, and was like the last one on the field in one of the workouts. It was pretty cool. It was a good moment for her.
Okay.
I mean, even though she was last place in the heat, but it was still a cool moment.
Still better than we are.
Yeah, and she got like her 5 minutes of fame right there, and it was cool to see. The other one is what? The
other one's the Granite Games.
Granite
Games usually pretty exciting.
Oh,
it used to be a big event back in the day.
I'd say it's probably a bigger event now, but
yeah. I thought it was just the CrossFit. The CrossFit
I don't know.
people now.
Some of them.
It used to be a big event like Wadapalooza kind of size.
But like
not that big.
The one last week in England, was it England or? They have multiple different things going on. Oh.
I don't think Granite does. I was just on the website. I think they literally just have the CrossFit Games people.
I'd say that's probably big enough. Hopefully they could sell more tickets than the people running the what was it, the MAC and the Syndicate. They sold 11 tickets, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if it was close by, I'd go.
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
I'd go both weekends.
Yeah, if it's close.
No one had that. No one decided to do that in Knoxville. Knoxville, really great job, guys. So hopefully the MAC, or what is it? What's it called?
The Granite
Games. Granite Games. It should be a lot bigger because it's I mean, not that the other ones aren't established, but
and a lot of people are going to go watch a Canadian just wreck the Americans, right? So that's worth
true.
watching.
There might be a lot of Canadians coming down to see, a Canadian victory, a Canadian strength instead of their general weakness.
Let's look at the leaderboard.
Bullshit.
But so Fikowski, I'd say, has that in the
obviously.
bag. We'll see how that all goes. Tommy doesn't agree with us. She thinks that her boyfriend Travis Mayer is in there.
Yeah, there's no chance.
But yeah,
Fikowski first place, I think. Yeah.
Fikowski,
you got
Mayer, and then there was a bunch of other names
I'll
there.
run down some names. Matt Delugos, a lot of people want to see him do well. I don't think so. He maybe gets in the last chance qualifier position. I don't think he's top 5. Chandler Smith?
Yeah.
No.
He
not
could.
good.
You never know.
He could be in the last chance qualifier. He's not. He just can't perform. Sam Quant?
Yeah, I mean, let's see about the whole blood thing or whatever it was
Yes.
last year. If that's still going on, he still has issues. But year before, he crushed.
Yeah, if he solved his the issue of whatever that disease was that he figured out that he had during the games, he's obviously a force to reckon with. He was on the podium, yeah?
Yeah, I think
a couple years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, in the COVID games. COVID games, but still, he made it.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked good. He looked good at the games.
He looked okay.
The 5.
If you're into that.
I mean, there were only
thing,
5 of them. Yeah. Then you got Fikowski. Yeah, Fikowski's I'd say he's a clear-cut winner. A whole bunch of names I don't know. Phil Toon, actually, that's probably the guy that's going to come in second to Fikowski and give him a run for his money. He's been on fire.
Yeah, he sounds animated.
He does. He does.
Okay, and then
Wait a minute. Colton Mertens.
Oh, Colton Mertens.
My
Fair
man.
enough.
My dark horse. I want him in the top 5. I'd love to see him make the games.
And there's some stuff that he could do well at here.
The wall ball GHD sit up.
Yeah.
If there's somebody that can come out of nowhere, I want to see a short guy win the wall ball workout. That'd be amazing.
That'd be interesting. And I mean, realistically, GHDs are definitely his jam, right? Like that's a short person workout.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And the lift.
Yeah.
Like any complex like that, if you're short, man, that's huge.
Yeah.
You don't have to move that
Being
bar that far.
compact is good.
Travis Mayer, we already talked about him. Marquand Jones will be fun to watch to lift. Tim Paulson, always multi-time.
Tim Paulson comes in swinging a lot of the time.
I think he'll be in the top 5.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis will be good in the lift. Rest of the stuff, not so much. What about the ladies? Ladies it's pretty stacked compared to this past week. It's definitely a stacked field, but not hugely stacked. You got Mal O'Brien, I would say.
Yeah.
She's
got the W there.
That's one to watch. That'll be fun. Fisa Gaffi.
Yeah.
Sydney Wells, can she become a games athlete?
Yeah.
I personally don't think so, but
I mean, it's in her genetics. She could
it's in
pull
the
it off.
genetics, and she's training at the right
It'll be
place.
fun to watch her.
I don't think because you got Emily Rolfe. I don't think she could beat Emily Rolfe.
Emily Rolfe's in there. She's getting better and better.
I know she can't beat Amanda Barnhart.
No.
And Danny Spiegel, she may or may not be able to, but I don't think so. Danny's probably just too strong. I'd say that's your top 5. And then
Danny's got some, especially with the WODs being what they are.
Yeah.
But Danny's been training a lot. She's one of the follows I still
she could be
have
up
on the
there.
Instagram. She could pull it off. I think Rolf has a shot this year too in getting at least
I
top
definitely
3.
think so. Oh, top 3.
I'd say so.
Okay.
I'd say she has that
Nice.
potential. She's been getting better, and she's been good for a long time.
I'm going with Barnhart, number 2.
I can see that.
O'Brien, number 1. And then, number 3, I don't know. I'm going to go with Fee Sagafi. She's very good. But yeah, Emily's right there. I'll give her 4th. And 5th place, I'm going to say Danny Spiegel beats out somebody else, and Wells maybe is in the last chance qualifier.
Okay.
Top 8. Yeah.
Could be.
Like that. What's the other one we have? Oh, Far East. We don't know anything about that. So that's this week. So definitely watch that stuff. Let's talk about what we had in the previous weeks, because we didn't really get to talk about that last week.
Let's finish the last 2, the following 2, and then we'll go back.
Oh, we're not going to do a show next week on this.
No, we'll talk about all of this again.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's true.
Okay, so
People love when we repeat ourselves. What do you got?
Atlas Games is coming up 10th to 12th.
Atlas Games is the final North America one. This is the one that's in Canada.
In Montreal.
The one that nobody wanted to go to.
Francais.
So
they just wanted to make sure they could actually understand the judges.
that
might be a problem.
I don't know. It's like 100 miles from the U.S. border, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
it's pretty English speaking.
Practically America. Oh no, Montreal's very French.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah. I've been there. I like Montreal. It's very nice. So who do you have in Montreal? Cedric Lapointe, Alexander Caron.
Alexander Caron's fit.
Yeah, he is.
And then Vellner's going over there for that one.
Vellner's going to win that.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. 600 points to Vellner.
Yeah, let's just
I don't know. Maybe
not even talk about Vellner because
maybe
he's just
not
going to
the
win
lift.
by a lot.
He could.
No,
not
he'll win the lift too.
He probably will win the lift.
Yeah, he'll win.
But you never know. The low level guys somebody usually is in the top. Yeah.
I don't know. Remember his total the other year? Oh shit.
Yeah, but
he can lift, dude.
We don't know the guys in the.
Yeah, that's true. You never know what you're gonna get.
There's always a guy, some gorilla that's gonna lift 340, and you're like, what the fuck?
And that gorilla has red hair, and his name's Patrick Vellner.
He is a gorilla. He's a fucking monster.
He's a fucking gorilla for sure.
Alex Vigneault.
Yeah.
That he's always does well.
Yeah.
I could see him on the podium as well. Pat Vellner. Who else? Somebody. Oh, Adler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Adler. Definitely.
He'll definitely get through.
My podium is Vellner, Adler, Vigneault. Probably in that order, yeah. And then Lapointe, Caron, those guys are in the top 5 probably.
Yep.
Not a whole lot of names that I recognize in the rest of that, though. I'm sure they're just newer dudes that I just don't know. I'll know them after that, right?
Yeah, there we go. And what about the ladies' side?
You like those guesses there?
Yeah, I think those are the people I know as well, and I would think those people are all shoe-ins.
The ladies' side, you got Carolyn Connors, American.
Okay.
She's kind of okay. Dude, beyond that, I don't know. Danny Horan, she's the owner of the gym Matt Frazier used to go to up
Yeah.
in is that Vermont?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that one girl
Allison
from Canada that
Scuds.
always does really well.
Carolyn Provost.
Yeah.
Yes. So you got Scuds, who has just missed the games last year. Wasn't she on the demo team?
Okay.
And she's one of those getting better every year. Danny Horan's kind of a past. She hasn't
She's
made
been there.
She hasn't made the games in years, or even like regionals. I think she made the games before. Carolyn Provost, she's been there a whole bunch of times. Or
Isn't there like an Alyssa something from Canada that does really well?
Let me check it out here.
Yeah. Sorry
I don't
for
know,
you
dude.
Canadian people that are like, you're an idiot. It's obviously these people that we aren't thinking
Nah,
of.
man, there ain't no
Canadians.
Alyssas in there. No.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, let's
Right.
just move on before I dig myself a
That's
further hole.
it.
Okay, so let's go back in time a little bit. So
Is that all the? Oh, we have the Copa Sur.
Copa, nobody cares about that, though.
Copa Sur is Guy Majeros wins. That's it. He wins the men's, women, and teams,
Yeah, and all the rest of the people, no one can pronounce them anyway.
and they only get, I think, one spot to the games,
Okay.
and it's Guy. I mean, there's still women in it.
And actually, I don't remember who it was, but at the games last year, there was a Brazilian chick that was pretty decent.
Yeah. Also, speaking of teams, I think there was like a Mayhem team, but I think they got eliminated because they're not officially part of Mayhem. So they're. Let me just look real quick. But yeah, so we got 3 Mayhem teams going. Speaking of what we're going to talk about next is going back in time. So we'll talk about teams real quick.
Yep.
Mayhem is going to at least get two teams on the podium at the games.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing Annie Thorsdotter's team's on the podium.
Yeah.
And their worst team, granted the field was very weak this past weekend, their worst team almost got 600 points.
Wow.
Meaning first place in
Dominated
everything.
everybody else.
They got 4 first place. They got 1 second place, which if you go back and watch the team that beat them, just watch their last set of synchronized toes to bar doing this, and the judge no-rep them like on the last one. They lost by 1 rep. There's no chance. Like, so at that point, and going into the final event, they already were short 5 points to get the sweep.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't perform in the last event. They got like 7th because they didn't need to. I think if they were at 500 points, they would have been like, let's sweep this shit, do like Rich did, 600 points. And that's their worst team. That's their 3rd best team. Fuck.
Yeah. So it would be pretty crazy if Mayhem somehow pulled off sweeping the whole podium this year.
That'd be
I don't
insane.
think that's possible.
I don't think it is
But because even
there are a lot of good teams.
like Annie's team's going to crush as well, but I'm pretty sure there's other teams that are very good as well. I haven't been following it enough to.
And they're not good enough. I don't think they're good enough to beat Annie's team, and definitely no one's good enough to beat Mayhem. But could get.
It could be Mayhem, Annie, and one other team on the podium.
Yeah,
though.
it could be.
Like-
But it could also be the other Mayhem team. What is it? There's Independence, Freedom, and Justice.
I don't know. But that sounds
Justice
right.
is their second one.
I'd believe that.
Yeah. So their second team could get it. I don't see their third team with Angelo getting on the podium, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to make the teams fun,
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
And then did they ever complain about Annie's team doing the stuff they did?
They
Do you know anything about it?
yeah, they
Because we thought that they might get thrown out because they didn't all live in the right place at the right time.
they didn't, and I guess CrossFit made an exception for them because they're Annie Thorsdotter's team.
Okay.
I mean, that's the best I can say because
Yeah.
they're not making exceptions for other people, and it's like Khan notified them like, "Hey, I'm not moving there until this date because I'm doing Wadapalooza," which I can understand is like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
and you notified us. It was only a couple days, so give it to him, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
At certain points, you have to be like understanding that. Oh yeah, why would this person be here on this date when he has to be here? So, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't know. Other people.
Rules should be rules to some extent.
Yeah, other people made the they did what they had to do and they still didn't get allowed. So there's a whole fucking problem with another Icelandic team or whatever it is right now, not being allowed because the guy lives 90 miles away, even though it was 100 miles was the radius, and their thing was he didn't once again, ambiguous shit on the CrossFit rule book. It said you must spend most of your time at that gym. He was training 3 days a week at that gym. The other times he would train at home. And I'm like, okay, if you're training 3 times a week, and they proved, like, they had tons of evidence to prove that he's there 3 times a week, driving 90 miles 3 times a week.
Yeah, that counts as most of your
Give
time.
me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Because I don't even care if you're a competitive athlete. You're training there 3 times a week. How many hours are you spending on those 3 days? Probably a few.
Well, and it's not like you're training somewhere else at that point other than your house.
And even if you are you training 4 other days a week? No. You're taking at least 1 day off. At least. Right? And if I'm training at my house versus at the gym, I'm not going to spend the 2-3 hours. If I'm driving an hour and a half to get somewhere, at least, who knows there.
Yeah, does travel time count?
Yeah, right? I know. Like, and then you're there. You're not going to go there for like a class and then drive home.
No.
You're going to spend 3-4 hours or the whole day there.
Hey, you're probably spending the night, honestly.
Maybe, yeah. So, to me, you let them fucking go. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Interesting.
3 days a week is most of the time to me.
All right, so
Yeah, anyway.
Tia, did she take 600 points?
So Tia, took 600 points. For those who didn't watch that, you could just watch her dominate. And Kara, what's her last name? Saunders was second place. And, usually that's always been a good back and forth where give it to
Tia's
either one of
just
them.
not in the same league anymore.
Tia's not in the same league. What is it? This 5 years of being a champion just made her, gives her opportunity to be way better. So she has no.
Did Emily Tall give contention to?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure where
she's
she
pretty
ended
good too, right? I'd imagine
Yeah.
that she got third.
No. What's the name of that one?
That one is called.
That was
Torian.
Torian. Yeah, I don't remember what Emma did. It was just such a. I don't think I watched most of it. Emma was not. She did.
Emily Tall, right? I think.
Where's Tall?
I feel like she was at this neck for the last one.
Yeah, she might not be at that one.
I don't think she was at that one.
Yeah, that's why we didn't hear about her. Not there. She's at the Sam Briggs one.
Okay. She's Australian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Pretty sure, yeah. She
Aussie,
was.
Aussie?
She was.
Oi, oi, oi. No? Okay.
Maybe she's not. Maybe she's.
Yeah.
She must not be.
I make stuff up as I go.
Yeah, she must not be.
And then.
Sounds English to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Well, so we're gonna edit that part out. No, so
we
Tia,
won't.
Ellie Turner, she made it, and Madeline Sturt, and Jamie Simmons. So all big names.
Okay.
They have. It's a pretty good roster there, except that Tia is so dominant. It's kind of ridiculous that she had to fly there to do that.
Yeah, but I'm glad they made her fly there to do it, honestly.
That's true. It didn't make an
Like last
exception.
time, they just put her into a different slot and said, "Fuck it, it's COVID, we'll let it go." This time, it's like, no, earn your spot where you're supposed to if you're going to register still as being Australian. Otherwise,
Well, no, it's not that. She would have did it here if she could. It's because they said you're a citizen of Australia, not a citizen here, which I think is ridiculous when she lives here.
she can figure that shit out.
She
too.
owns a house here. It's stupid. Like, she was there on Sunday, and I saw a video of her here back in Knoxville by Thursday. She didn't spend any time there.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm out, deuces, because she has no reason to be there, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, it's fine. It is what it is.
Okay, and then how about the Lowlands Throwdown? That was up in, I'm assuming Scotland or something. That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like it. Yeah. Lazar Jukic. So no surprise there. Everybody figured he or BKG would win. That was first and second. His brother just missed the 5th place. So it was
I feel like we need to get Tommy a mic so that she can give us insight, because she knows more about this than either of us.
No. Luca just missed it in the last event by. He had to do pretty well in it, but so Lazar was kind of it was a heartbreaker for both of them. But he's in the last chance qualifier, and he'll probably be the other spot maybe.
There we go.
With good old Roman Krennikov. But you had a couple new dudes, Moritz Feedbig. That was kind of.
Now, what's the Syndicate Crown? Where the heck is
Well,
that?
talk about the women of
sorry.
Lowlands.
Daughter didn't make it. Sarah Sigmund's daughter didn't make it.
Yeah, Laura
She didn't
Horvath.
make it? Ouch.
Laura Horvath absolutely dominated.
That's not a surprise.
No, and she just crushed it. Karen Friova.
She could be in. She could have a shot at the games this year. I mean, not first, but maybe second.
That's where she ends up.
That's where she kind of ends up, right?
2 times.
She's not going to beat Tia unless Tia gets hurt. But
Well, again, the whole thing with Tia is that these girls need help. Laura cannot beat Tia by herself. She needs somebody else to win the events she can't win, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
There is no depth in the field, right? Gabby Magawa, up and coming, right? She's been to the games. And then Sarah Sigmund's daughter just missed. She had a great comeback in like the second to last workout where she just fucking went for it, but I think she blew her load and then she fell apart in the last WOD. But she's in the last chance, so that'll be all right.
She might make her way through.
Yeah, that was Lowlands. What else we got?
Now, Syndicate Crown. I don't know anything about that.
Syndicate Crown was this was the United States one with by far, if you're going to go to one, it would be this one. But no one got the memo because they had 11 people in the stands. Justin Medeiros.
Oh.
Hopper. So it's the return of last year's where Hopper wins. There's a small team there. What's that team's name? Oh, CrossFit Mayhem with that guy that's really good at CrossFit, somewhat good, greatest ever. Froning.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, they're two teams. You had James Sprague. He's been here to the gym, right? Good dude. Who else? Ladies. Who'd you have for the ladies? Oh yeah, the most popular woman in CrossFit, Haley Adams. Because sorry, that's who's probably more popular than Tia right now. And they had nobody in the stands. It's kind of sad. Anyway,
interesting.
It was a really good show. Medeiros crushed. Never finished outside. He had a top 7th. That was his worst, which is pretty good with the field of Jason Hopper. Tudor Magda came out of nowhere. It's a young kid. He's like 19. Last year just missed the games. Dude, this year came up. He clean and jerk complex. 345, I believe. 345, yeah. Tied for first.
Wow.
19 years old. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane. I'm interested.
He hasn't even gotten strong yet.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one, what's his name? Dallin Pepper. He's another one of the young guys. Did pretty well. But yeah, James Sprague was 295 on that. He could have did better on that one. But yeah, Sprague missed 5th place by 1 point.
Ouch.
And it was the last event, and Will Morad came in first.
Okay.
Like, he fucking gave it everything he had.
Yeah.
Came in first, like, to stay in the qualifier, and then Sprague got 24th. Fell apart. He had to beat one more dude. He would have made it. So he's in the last chance qualifier, which I don't think he's probably doesn't have a chance in that against those Krennikov and who did I say? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a really good event, and in the women's side was the Haley Adams show.
Yeah.
Is interesting. So these events, they put that the lifting complex that everybody has to do. They put it first, so it put Haley in a fucking 23rd place hole because she's just not strong.
Yeah.
She then got first, second, third, destroyed everybody. So she won, and she only won by 6 points. Alexis Raptis came in there, so good one. And then Froning and Froning's teams won the teams.
Yeah.
Or Mayhem. What else you got?
All right, and then we got the Mid-Atlantic. So that's the only one I really watched much of. And so it was just a little bit of the girls that I was watching, but
the girls, super weak field there.
Yeah.
You had Danielle Brandon won. And then who was second in that one?
I don't know. There was that hot chick in the red shorts that did pretty good. Don't know her name.
Oh, the little girl?
Yeah, she's tiny.
Her? Yeah. What the hell is her name?
She's fit though.
Fusilli, Rebecca Fusilli. Yeah, she pulled it off at the end. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And Brook Wells snuck her way up into 4th place from a qualifier spot. So.
And apparently she just sucked at the beginning. Hey?
She got
I didn't watch the whole thing,
really lucky.
Apparently, she buried herself super deep in a hole and had to work her way out of it.
It was the rope climb WOD. She got 24th place.
Ouch.
Yeah. But she did well.
But she made it. She pulled it off.
And her last finish, she got 11th place, which wasn't very good either. So,
yeah.
But she barely made it 1 point or 2 points.
1 point separated the
4th and 5th.
Wow.
Yeah.
4th, 5th, and 6th all separated
2
by
points.
1 point.
Yeah. 1 point each. Yeah. Wow. Bailey Rail from Mayhem. No surprise that she was going to not podium, but make the top 5. But yeah, podiumed. Cindy Mikulishin, kind of out of nowhere, but yeah, Daniel Brand, not a strong field at all. Kind of shows Brook Wells isn't back to what she was.
No.
So don't expect big things from her at the games.
All right.
And then teams there, that's where the other Mayhem team finished first and absolutely destroyed everybody else. Wasn't even close. And then you got the Pancheck boys. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Saxon wins it handily. And then Spencer just fucking eked it out at the end, man. It was awesome. Third place finish at the end. That was good. Did you watch that one?
Nope.
You watch those? Yeah, that's too bad. Noah Olson, of course. Cole Sager. All the perennials made it. Dallin Pepper. I think it's his first time to the individual group. I think he's obviously he's made the teens tons of times. And then Tyler Christoffel fell apart at the end to fall out of the top 5. He couldn't make one fucking step on his overhead lunge. So we did overhead lunge WOD 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I decided to do it at 145.
Okay.
Because these guys did 165 for like 45 feet, I think it was. And I was like, man, they're doing everything else with like 205. I'm like, why aren't they just doing 205? Because it's disgustingly heavy. 145.
Especially after all those muscle ups.
Dude, 145 killed me. Like, I had to break it up, like, by round 2. First round I did, and there was only 4 of them. Dude, 160. Granted, I can't straighten my arm. That's part of the problem. 165, that's brutal, man. That's impressive. After doing that, I was like, okay, now I get it.
At that point in the game, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's cool.
All right, and the last one's to talk about fittest in Cape Town?
Fittest in Cape Town. So, generally, Cape Town, that's South Africa, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the Africa continent final.
I don't imagine they get many spots out of there.
Yeah, they get one spot, and it's always the same guy, Jason Smith. And he does okay. I mean, he's okay. He's a middle carder at the games. So if you can't beat him, they don't deserve another spot. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Somebody finally beat Jason. So you've got
he's not get to go this year. Is he his last chance qualifier, I guess?
Yeah, I guess he's in. Yeah, I don't know if second, third, fourth get last chance qualifier there. If it's just they only give him 2 spots. I don't know. But yeah, Kalen Henry, that's who beats him. Just barely beat him. 12 points, but
who knows? Maybe someone new for
new guy, which is good, which is what you need, because obviously, like, Smith he is where he's at. He's not really getting super awesome or anything, but
no, he's getting older.
Michelle Miranda, I never heard of her. That's who won, and I'm sure the team is nothing we've ever heard of. Let's see. CrossFit Comet Okavakaran. I don't fucking know.
Oh, that sounds good.
I quit on that. 580 points, so they crushed. They didn't. Their worst place was 3rd.
Interesting. So that's kind of a quick summary of what's going on with limited knowledge and a lot of looking at the computer.
So many of them.
So
we just sit there and watch just over, like, it's like almost 24
hours. Yeah, it could just become like a full-time thing.
The first week was like, because they're all in different time zones, it was just like, oh, that one's done. Okay, let's go to this one. We just watched it all weekend. Same last weekend. And you're best off just catch it a couple hours after so that you could fast forward through each heat and not sit there.
I feel like CrossFit just needs to go through and do like a highlight reel of all of them. Maybe they should do that in 2 weeks, like after they've done the next 2 weekends.
They probably will. Well, one of the problems too is the Africa one. There was no live feed, so that's all you got was and it looked great because they actually swam.
Okay.
They're the only ones that have a pool. I'm like, fuck, that's what I wanted to see. Like, I like watching swimming events. It makes me feel cool and refreshed. I don't know why. But I saw the highlight because they're like, oh, highlights of event, whatever. And I was like, oh, shit, I want to watch that. Even though I don't know anybody there, but it's still fun to watch.
Yeah.
And something different, too, pool events, because they just don't do enough of that. So, yeah, that's kind of shitty that some of them aren't broadcast.
Aren't well broadcast or put out there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, they've been good though. Whether the workouts, I mean, the workouts are what they are. They're all gonna go hard at them, whether how shitty they are or not.
Yep.
Only biggest low point was Scott Panchik getting injured, and he would have made the games, and all 3 Panchiks would have been there, and that was just stupid on the event organizer's part. But you can watch our video on that on the channel. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Anything else new or exciting in the world of CrossFit West Oahu that you want to bring up to anybody?
No. Some sort of sale of the gym, something like that's going down. But you can also check out that. Check out the video of who is buying CrossFit West Oahu from me. And got lots of exciting things coming from that.
There we go. Peace out.
Later.